I will.
I still can't believe what that Almadria did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered, the only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Danon mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? She only did it so she could become stronger.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she...
A monster.
Rinwell.
Of course.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
Looks like we made it here in one piece. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed...
Yeah,
Maybe that's it.
yeah, maybe.
You sound like...
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Huh.
Do I...
Huh?
Well,
I don't really... And as...
a dog.
Of course they...
Yeah,
That's why... I wish we...
you...
Oh. We should really get some rest. Another day, another Gald.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
What's this thing? I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
It's on!
You're mine!
Eat this!
You're mine!
Eagle side! Talon
Stay
storm!
still! Rising fountain!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
Eagle
Then the sky is mine.
It's over!
Oh!
We got flyers!
Now I'm real mad!
Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Astral energy.
The enemy here wants too.
We'll
You
soon
picked
see
the wrong
that.
side!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat, even if there are signs of destruction. It would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out!
In your dreams.
I'm not done!
Lightning orb.
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
It's go time!
Try this!
Armor won't save you!
Explosive ring!
I got a solid hurricane! We're on a roll now!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummel
Get
is
out
to
of
me!
this!
I'll run you
You're
around!
right! Dragon Swarm!
First try!
It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Glimmer Dragon! Do it!
River!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Way.
Lightning thrust! Swallow down! This one's all mine!
I'm on it!
Inferno turret!
I'm not so good with airborne
You
targets.
picked the wrong fight!
Now I'm in the groove! Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Now I'm in the groove!
Looks like we won.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I hope we manage to catch Almeidrea soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more.
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidrea. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him...
Sounds like a deal.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almaidria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down?
It's safe to assume they know everything. Though I know not why they choose to remain. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing...
Even what Almaidria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almaidria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almaidria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really...
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now, as a lord, my expectations for Almaidria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadeye?
The whole reason I struck... But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia. And things became a lot more... It's even messy.
It used...
Exactly.
That said, you may be able to free the Danan people. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almaidria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, If we defeat...
But that world...
Maybe not.
You have your...
I know. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Xion.
I'm not sure I...
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say
Well, I suppose it's...
I really don't see what you're...
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just...
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Xion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels.
She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels. Not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think this world is filled with natural wonders. But Menancia has its lake of death. And Nias, its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between...
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep...
Yeah. I think that would be good.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too, but I've seen a lot. And I see things different. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides, so... I guess you're right after all, Alphen. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide.
Yeah.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Little help! I never miss!
Armor won't save you!
Not in your dreams!
It's on!
I'm the true gunslinger around here!
Bring him down!
Fire support! Now!
Comes Dragon Swarm!
Raging Cascade! Glacial Spear! Fierce Evil! Now! I'll be saving you, Lancer!
Dragon Swarm! Dazzle!
Lightning Orb!
Rising Focus!
Now!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Out of our way!
Take this! Forward! Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
I'll have to take my revenge on you!
I see what
Now!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Now take it!
It's over!
Now you see what I can do!
My shield!
By the power of water!
Dragon Swarm!
You managed to pull through.
Little help!
This one's all mine!
Talon Horn!
You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Lightning
Dragon
Orb!
Swarm!
These ones can run rings around us! Air thrust!
Thanks, try this!
Where are you going? Thank you. Glacial
It's
Spear!
over.
Pierce Evil!
Here I come!
Do it!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I'm ready! Lightning!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Shattering of Attack time! Air thrust! I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Dispose of the trash.
Take this! It's over! Dazzle! Take down their defenses! Now you learn!
In a bind?
It's over! This one's all mine! Be still!
Will this help? Lightning condemn!
Not today! Dazzle!
More without Wind astral
Be
energy!
still!
Lightning condemn!
Rising Phoenix!
Thunderblade!
Dragon Form! Try this!
Lightning condemn! Your brains!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Anything in armor is all mine.
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Take it!
I'll tear you apart! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Don't get complacent.
I never miss!
It's on!
No further!
You'll pay for what you did!
The rebel! Burn it! Stop the Be still! Rising Falcon! Severing Wind!
Lightning condemn!
Searing Gale!
Here's a healing arc!
Wind!
Take this!
Dance in the
Now
wind!
you see what I can do!
Glacial spear!
Hey,
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Searing Gale! Dragon Form!
More without
Take! Blow them away!
Here I go! Go!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here, let me help!
Watch this!
It's over!
Wind astral energy!
Severing Wind!
Flash!
Dragon Form!
Lightning orb!
Try this!
Dance in the wind! Here's sleep now! Arch shield! Not on my watch! On Wind Lancer!
I'll teach you explosive ring! This one's all mine! Do as I say!
Lightning annihilation! Thunder blade!
Easter!
Where are you going?
Why you? Take this!
I'm just getting
Here's
warm!
the healing arc!
Don't believe! Take! Blow them away! Step back! This one's all law!
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Right, here we go!
shield will save you. Glacial spear.
Searing gale!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the bubbling to me.
Explosive ring! Sliver dragon! Blow them away!
Will this help?
Not a chance! No chance!
Watch this!
We're not finished!
Thank you. Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's refrain from losing.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Let's dispose of the trash.
You got spirit! A shimmering wind!
Blade and
Try harder!
Here's the evil!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Lost my focus! Can't get out of this! I'm not done! Not today! I'm just getting started! Try this! Rip and tear! Explosive rim! Now you see what I can do!
Will this help?
Dragon Swarm! Try this! Explosive rim! Come and get it!
It was nice while it lasted.
You're mine! I'll tear you apart! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Now I'm in the explosive ring!
Here,
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Talon Hurricane! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc.
Now or never.
You picked the wrong fight!
Dragon Supernova.
Dragon Swarm!
Ready and rare.
Try this!
Smash you!
This one's
No
mine.
further!
Sleep now.
Explosive ring!
Hey, this one's mine.
Whirlwind snap! Ready to go! More up! Talon Hurricane! Yukara! I'll stop your movement! And I'll stop your life!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
And thus our strength yet grows.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed.
Right, here goes!
Eat this! Talon Hurricane!
Dragon Swarm!
Rip and tear!
It's on! Dragon Swarm! Burn in hell! Take this!
Do it!
I'm on more! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Talon Storm! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm!
Laser spear. Pierce the stockpile. Freeze laser. Here goes. More where that came from. Annihilation.
Lunar Rondo!
Searing field.
Sword! Rising Phoenix! Lightning Thrust!
Talon Hurricane.
Armor won't save you!
Now or never.
I'm not done!
I'm trying to leave the chargers to me! Talon Hurricane! Will this help? Denied! Quiver Venom Goodwill! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Dragon Swarm!
Dragon
Where are you going? You'll have no
Ignite! Be still! We're not finished!
What did they just sit still?
Can you take care of them? Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here I go! Go!
Dragon Shell!
In here!
I'll finish you here now!
Dragon Swarm!
Burning!
Try this!
Here it goes! Here's
Explosive ring!
Dragon Shell! Freeze laser! Not on my
The
watch!
enemy wields us too.
You'll soon see about that!
Dragon Swarm!
You shouldn't have messed with me! Eat it! Armor won't save you!
Severing Wing! This one's all mine!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Rip and tear!
You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Talon Storm!
Dragon Swarm! You respect! No further!
No! Hey! Blow them away! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Forgive you!
You got spirit! It's over! No one I won't show you any mercy! Now you'll learn!
My Astrolabe! Let the marksman handle this! Here goes! Now! Annihilation! Doubling! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
Hey, didn't we find a recipe that...
Yeah, we can use this for it.
don't give up, do they?
I see what wrong place.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
The enemy wields our truth.
You'll soon see about that.
Denied! This is it! Thunderblade!
You require a hand.
Mega Ray!
Annihilation!
Dragon
Mega
Force!
Ray! Annihilation!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Gorilla! Stop them!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest! Dragon Force!
I'll punch that gun out of your hand!
Got you now! Dragon Force! Ignite!
This one's mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And trouble to me! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
There!
My turn!
Wind astral energy!
By the power of one!
You're mine!
I'm just getting
On your knees! Dragon Force!
Who's next?
Dragon Swarm! First strike!
That's my cue!
Take this! Shut him down! Win! Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Anything in armor is all mine!
No escape!
Back into the
Win!
fray! Annihilate! Into the wind!
Take that! Searing Gale! Tear you apart! This one's all mine!
More for your life!
It's over! Take this! On your knees!
Glacial spear! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Dragon Swarm! Ignite!
Where are you going?
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Seems about right to me.
Watch it! Win! First strike! Searing Gale! We're not finished! Blow them away! Prepare to be I can carve through armor! Finished!
Photon flame!
Take this!
Raging cascade! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Get lost! Denied! Eat this! That freaking does it!
You picked the wrong fight! Damn it! It's too fast!
10 points. I'll trip it up.
Take this! Dragon Sword! Try this! Explosive Ray!
Now you see what I can do!
Can't get out of this!
Hope this works!
I'm on it! Wind! Storm!
Looks like we won. What's this thing?
It's on! Bring him down!
Ronnie already! This one's mine!
I'm going in!
Nothing gets by me! Denied!
Here's evil!
Ignite!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
My turn!
I'm on it!
Rising Phoenix!
Johaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
A comfortable win.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out. This one.
I feel you! Here's evil!
Do it like that!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
What's the range? I'll smash you!
You require a hand.
These fists have got your name on them!
Wind! Here we go! Severing Wind!
Swallow
Searing Gale!
Here's the wrong! Now I'm in the groove! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Here we go again! All good things come from the
Take this!
Here's evil!
I can do this all day!
Burn in hell!
Fantastic! Now my clothes are ruined!
Healing art!
Explosive Ring!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Dragon Swarm!
Got this one's mine! Now I'm in the groove! You made me angry! That was a bad
This
idea!
one's mine!
Denied!
Is this it?
Come on! You have
Anything
anything
in
in
hot water!
Tiger Blade!
Magna Ray!
Now you see what I can do!
Pull you back from Gentle Abyss!
Right at the door! I got you! Eagle
Not
Fly!
done
Here's
yet!
a healing
Come
art.
back, will ya?
Not on my watch!
Dragon Shout! Rip it from the
I owe you one.
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Will they help? Crescent move!
All good things come here.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Molotov!
Eat this! I'll run you through! This should do it!
You're mine!
I'll finish you here and now!
Tiger Blade! Lightning Meteor!
That freaking does it! Dragon Swarm! I'm on it! Coming Piss on! You picked the wrong fight!
Going in!
Searing Gale!
Leave the charges to me!
Here I come! Armor won't save you!
Burn up!
You're mine! Try harder!
Lightning Meteor!
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Assault! Crescent move! Ready! Glimmer of Light!
I'll finish you here and now! You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that. Dragon Swarm!
Snap! Talon Storm! This one's mine! Healing Shower! Tiger Blade!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! First strike! You're done! I'll tear you apart! Dragon Swarm off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
That was a little close for comfort.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
way this key's been placed. It's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
This'll make us even more formidable.
All mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Meteor!
Take this!
Swallow dance!
Win!
Where are you? I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Rising Phoenix!
Taloned Hurricane! Here's a hit for the weak point! Tiger Blade! Lunar Blast!
It's time!
On guard! Confiscating!
First strike! No further!
Dragon Shell! Tiger Blade! We're on a roll, man! On guard! Ground and power!
Win!
Eat this!
Shattering Searing Gale!
Time! Dragon Shell! Healing Circle! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Look sharp!
Here I come! Dragon Force!
Tiger Blade! Here's a hero!
Try harder!
First aid!
Hold nothing back!
Taloned Hurricane!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Ignite!
Dragon Shell! Healing
Severing
Circle!
Wind!
I'm on a roll
Searing
now!
Gale!
Glacial Spear! Appreciate that! River Dragon Blade! Torn up! It's weakened!
Dragon Force! This ends now!
Tiger Blade!
Searing Gale! First strike!
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
Here, let
It's
me
over!
help! First aid! Ready! Crescent Moon! Glacial Spear!
Here I come!
Here's
Take
evil!
Ribbon! I'll finish you here and now!
Severing
Pieces!
This one's mine!
This one's all mine!
On guard! Where are you going?
I can carve through armor!
Going in!
Eat dirt!
Crescent Moon! Here I go! Go!
First strike! First strike!
Sighted! Go!
First strike! First strike!
There! Go! One more!
does it! Dragon Swarm! Talon Storm! Wind! Igneous Discharge! Mirage! Crumble! Dragon Swarm! Appreciate the help!
Reload!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Eat this! They're done! Dragon Swarm! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
This should make for some good weapon crafting. Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
An inkling of how things actually work.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Messmold! Enjoy your meal!
Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! Confiscated! And again!
Looks up! Drop it in! Discharge!
Dragon
What's
Swarm!
this?
Hear me! Flame of
Flame
fire!
hurricane!
Glacial spear!
It's the burning hell!
Right! Go!
This one's mine!
Take this!
Looks up!
Into the shadows!
This one's mine!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Resuscitation! I'll heal you all!
Guardian Field!
You require a hand.
Ready to go!
I'll
Take
bring you
this!
back from Death's Abyss!
You're mine! It's over!
Right!
Dragon Swarm!
Reload! Hear me!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Not on my watch! Dance in the wind! Sleep here and more for the stockpile! Magic is there! Crossblade!
Now you see what I can do! Time to shine!
Win!
Dance in the wind! In here! I never miss!
I only want that!
Eat this!
Stay away!
Thank you!
Denied!
It's time! In a vine? There!
Know your fury blade!
I'm all the way up! In here!
Severing Wind!
More for the stockpile!
Searing Gale!
Going in!
Go-Time!
Tiger blade!
Carve through armor!
Healing circle!
Piercing Claw!
Field! Magna Ray! More for the
Flames of Malika!
This one's mine.
Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear.
What's she doing
Here's
now?
evil.
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready.
This one's mine!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Stay away from... my friends!
Healing circle.
Thanks! This one's all mine!
Bring you back in.
I owe you one!
Resuscitation.
You picked the wrong fight!
Healing circle. Glacial Spear. Here's evil. Take that. Dance in the wind. Right now.
Lunarongo!
Healing
This should do it!
Right!
Going in.
You're mine! Win!
Nothing gets my key!
Searing Gale!
In here. Mega Ray.
Try harder!
I'm gone! Far enough!
Severing!
They're all in pain.
Shining Supernova. Into the shadows.
Tiger Blade!
Further!
Stay away! This one's mine! Anything in armor is all mine! Piercing!
Not on my watch.
You're mine!
Healing.
Searing Gale!
Going in. Lightning where you go.
Right! I'll smash you!
Going in. Annihilation. Mega
Win!
Ray.
You picked the wrong fight!
I need
Lunarongo!
I'm gone!
Rising Phoenix!
Have some shot!
Take this! I owe... you want?
This one's mine!
Severing Wind! Searing Gale! Can't move!
Don't leave me all alone here! Light up the dark! I'm ready to go!
Not done yet!
Not on my watch.
Dragon Form!
Appreciate the help!
Now or never.
Flame. Reload.
Look sharp!
Gemini Aqua. Here goes.
Ready and clear!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning Orb. Raging Annihilation.
Severing Wind! Searing Gale!
Here goes. Healing Circle. Mega Ray.
Is this it?
Raging Line.
I owe you one.
Where are you going? Far enough!
Do it! Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial Spear. Here's evil.
Blade!
Here I come!
Lightning Flaming Meteor. Like a crazy cascade.
It's over!
I'll heal you all.
Lunarongo!
Fear.
They're attacking separately! I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first!
Shattering the pieces!
She's no stranger to astral art.
I can take care of that.
Yeah! Take it away!
Resuscitation. Here's a healing art.
You pay for that!
I'm gone!
No further! This should do it!
Going in!
This one's mine.
It's on! Win! Ignite! You're mine!
Freeze Lancer.
Win!
Raging
You could use a hand!
Searing Gale!
You all.
Fight!
This should do it! Try harder!
In here. I'll be
Here I
saving
come!
this one. I'll heal you all.
Lunarongo!
Take this!
Healing Lightning Orb. I'm ready where that came from. Going in.
Here I come!
Tiger Blade! Anything in armor is all mine!
Will mine.
Armor won't save you!
Here, let me help. Lightning Thunder. Lightning. Downfall.
Going far enough!
In a bind?
that?
Waste of action, people!
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
I'm all stuffed up. Annihilate!
This one's mine!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity!
This one's mine!
Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
Severing wind!
One more!
You're up! Try harder!
I was overtaken. I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika! This one... Ready to go!
Armor won't save you!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Wind!
I'm ready! Not like this!
Try harder!
Still got some fight left in me. Healing over! Dance in the wind! Here I go. Feel! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I can't watch you forever. More with that.
I have to train hard.
I owe you one.
Supernova!
Ground and pound!
Graviton!
The power of light!
Radiant Mirror!
Try
You can
harder!
use a hand!
Light up the
Can't get out of this! I'm ready to go!
Severing... Searing gale!
This one's mine! This one's mine!
Where are you going? Ready to go!
Severing wind!
Here goes!
Searing gale!
Freeze my watch!
You picked the wrong fight!
Tiger Here's a healing
Now
arm!
you see what I can do!
Tempest
I owe you one.
Far enough! One more! Tiger Blade!
Come now!
Here's the roar! More where that came from! A new leaf on life! Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Time to go!
Can't be happening! This one's mine!
Wind!
Ready and ready!
Wind! Is this it?
In a vine!
Right!
This should do it!
You will! Leave the chargers to me!
Not in your dreams!
Everlasting darkness! Negative gate! This should do it!
Her master core!
Not while I'm around, she isn't! Here, let me help. First aid!
Rinwell!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me! Will this help?
Stalagmite! Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
Searing gale!
Shield
I
force!
can carve through armor!
Photon slash!
Thanks!
Dance in the wind!
Ignite!
One more! Feel!
Wind!
Onto the sky tile!
Searing gale!
Thunder field!
It's over! Here I come!
More with that come from
Wind!
water! Lightning to death!
You will
Cover
suffer!
the capture!
I'll face you! Severing wind!
Supernova!
Searing gale!
In a vine?
Freeze laser!
Behold!
Searing gale!
Let me help! Here! Never miss! You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Gianna!
Alvin!
Sion!
Alvin!
Come and find me. If you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori. Iori! No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Iori. Shion. Damn it.
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Win! Try harder! Dragon Swarm! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! You're finished! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Crush! Crush! Eternal Devastation! I'm not done! It's over! Eternal Devastation! Lightning Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Eternal Devastation! Eat dirt! Eternal devastation! Lightning thrust! Lunar Rongo! Rising Falcon! You're mine! Crush! Eternal devastation! Here I come! Eternal devastation! Take this! Crush! Lightning thrust! Mirage! Eternal devastation! Try harder! Dragon swarm! Crush! Eternal devastation! Dragon swarm! Take this! Crush! Dragon swarm! Crush! Eternal devastation! Here I come! You're my... It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Eternal devastation! Crush! Try harder! There! Crush! Eternal devastation! Crush! Ah!
Alvin?
Rinwell,
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Heros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I think Huro senses an owl around here. Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori.